we live in a time of incredible convenience and superficiality. Convenience and superficiality. Everything is about my personal convenience, me, and everything is about your personal convenience. And everybody is seeking their personal convenience. And so, you're so annoyed when somebody calls you on the phone. Like when somebody calls you, you're so bothered by who is this person interrupting my scrolling through TikTok? Like, who is this person? Who do they think it is? Because we've been conditioned, and it's not like even the people who grew up with before this technology and all of this, we've all transitioned to this idea of everything is to be done at my own convenience. And so, for example, the example that I like to give a lot is even before the pandemic, people aren't even inviting themselves to each other's houses anymore. Kabir, I'm sure you remember when you were growing up in Detroit, in your parents' house, guests would be coming over. What did that mean? Guests are coming over.
It's amazing.
That meant that you had to be cleaning the house. That meant that you had to it was a whole ordeal when guests are coming over, and they're coming over all the time. People are getting guests all the time. Now, even when we have friends, it's very rare that you actually go over to that person's house. It's, you going and meeting at this halal restaurant and this 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 restaurant. And it's very convenient for everybody, right? It's convenient for everybody, but it's at the expense of what? Again, it's superficial. It's at the expense of depth. And so when I go to some random guy, let me just say Ahmed's house, right? I go to Ahmed's house, I meet and I go to his house, and maybe he spent the day cleaning before I got there, but I meet Ahmed's mom, right? And now I know Ahmed's mom, and I meet Ahmed's autistic brother. And now I know Ahmed has an autistic brother, and I see the car that's broken down outside of their house. Right. And so I get a sense of Ahmed's, what's going on in Ahmed's world, what's the financial issues, all of that type of stuff. I don't get any of that depth from that person when me and him have a great conversation and take some selfies at, such and such restaurant. Right.
Wow.
So this is the way that we're going about our lives now. Everything is about our convenience and at the expense of depth, which is at the expense of meaningful relationships. And so when a person turns around and they ask themselves that question, like you just mentioned, forget even before death, if I'm in an ICU or if I'm going through any hardship, like real hardship in my life, who are the people who are going to be around me? It's not going to be my 10,000 friends on Facebook. It's not going to be my 12,000 followers on Twitter. It's not going to be any of these individuals. And that causes people incredible anxiety, and it causes people incredible, there's a reason why people are going through the grief that they're going through now.